Okay, I am now live. Later than normal, but again, like I said yesterday, I was out and about. Not gonna be live for a super long time. Gonna be ending around a similar time as normal. Just to have some time to myself. Plus, I still need to do some things before the night ends. Who shall I use first? No, I'm frustrated. I'm going right off the gate. One fight I lost to. Not really annoyed with. Just didn't know how to fight the character. Opana. And frustrated for against Pyramithra for pressing buttons on me. But now we wait for people to approach and for something to happen. And I will say this, when I say normal, I mean like probably around 2:33 I'll end. Just peeking to make sure my cat's not getting into mischief. I guess she's just going to a bad habit more than mischief. Go on. You're grumpy. You need to go back to sleep and sleep for 18 more hours. Lie down. Hello there. I don't know. Welcome to Waiting Simulator. Known as I Exist. I Exist and I Don't Know. Very amusing names to be put together. Well, we'll just see what happens. Also, good amount of my followers, you jinxed me, I went 0-2. Jinxed, not jinxed. Hi, Yuri, homie Tony. Welcome to what is a Waiting Simulator, and now me starting a couple of hours later than normal because I was at a tournament that I went 0-2 in. Thanks to Pyramithra. Besides the results, it's still good. Still annoyed with the Pyramithra being able to press buttons on me. Sad part is they went Lucina game 2 and I practically wrecked their Lucina. That's the sad part. It just shows how privileged that character is. Like, I know you need like a tiny bit of skill, but it can be mindless skill. I'm not trying to fully discredit, but when I played that person, I felt like I was versing an online Pyra/Mythra. I don't really like trash talking people too much, but it's more the character. Yeah. Like, it's still not the character I dislike the most. Because I say it over and over, it's Min Min that I dislike the most. Just because of how that character even approaches the game. Ow. Again, I'm not trying to discourage anyone from playing those characters in my arena. I don't care if you do. I'll just get annoyed at you. They just can press so many buttons. Pyra/Mythra could just press so many buttons for free. It's just frustrating. Like, it just makes me wonder, how in the world do people complain about Steve when Pyra/Mythra is out there being able to just press buttons with range? Like, they don't have to think about the spacing, but they can hit their stuff a bit more easily. When it comes to Steve, people just walk into the character and start complaining about him. I might be bringing Lucario out a bit more in brackets. I'll be honest now. I might as well since I use him so much. Well, if you think about Lucario side B like Incineroars, you probably will be okay-ish. If you remember how to deal with those kind of moves. Ow. There goes my first stock. Thank you, Ghost, for running into the up smash. I still like to see you actually appear in tournaments more. I will still say that. Like, I even saw the Savior Ninja appear today. And he hasn't appeared for just as long. And the only I'll say this, I only have one positive thing today, and it's that I won a Jackbox, like a Jackbox murder trivia, the Jackbox Murder Trivia 2 game, by mostly randomly guessing. Hero's more of a secondary. He's more of a Toon Link Captain Falcon person. But there was a time period where I kept frustrating him like crazy with the hero Ditto. Hero's balanced by RNG. And that's what I like. I like taking the chance. After all, it's seen multiple times that I go for a lot of hocus pocuses. And it gets some people more frustrated than others. And kamikazes. Well, think of Hero as a mixture of Ike and Link, so it definitely makes sense to have the thought process of Link. It's just take all of Link's projectiles and replace them with spells. Actually, one can also say, pinch of Robin. Ow. Punish the re-grab. And there we go. Yeah. Hero's crit is a chance of 1 out of 8. It's higher odds than Luigi's misfires, which is 1 out of 10. Bizarre, but that's how they did. That's how they did it. Yeah, but weirdly enough, I don't see too many crits happening. So, for it being 1 out of 8, it's not really that much of a success. Ghost is immediately sitting on the bench. Keep in mind, Ghost, I'm not going to be live for an extremely long time. Plan to end like at like 3.
3, 2, 1, go!
Already did it. Still need to deal with getting ready for work. Also just relaxing a bit. Well, what about the other Dragon Quests? Three is represented. I think 4 is represented, and 11's represented. I tried to hit you, Ixis, funny enough. I tried to give you a chance to get back because I knew you were hanging around off stage for a bit too long. GG. As you can see, yes, Duck Hunt has a spike. I'm not doing a good job of keeping track of of all the chatter. You know, I thought I had it slowed down.
Choose your fighter. Hero.
I usually stick with the default one. It just the breed of dog Duck Hunt is, the other colors that represent the other breeds just look off to me. I just can't. If I have to, the 8th one, the one that somewhat represents Banjo in a weird way, I can tolerate that one a bit. But just it just looks too weird. You fell out of my fully charged side B like that. I want a refund. I spent 48 MP on that move. Oh, I had Hocus Pocus. Realized that too late. But at least I can do this. For the glory of mankind. Yeah, that too. With the Don Goofy thing. Hocus Pocus. It's also Hocus Pocus is also the rarest spell. In Kingdom Hearts 1, once I got Tinkerbell, who is the best summon in the game, I kept using her for all the bosses afterwards. Especially the secret bosses that allow me to summon. Yeah. Even though Tinkerbell in Kingdom Hearts 1 is like the only summon I ever use. Because Tinkerbell constantly would heal you, and if you died, she would basically resurrect you. And she wouldn't go away until you needed to be resurrected. So there was no timer on her. She is like 100% the best summon in that game. And possibly one of the best options to try to go for. Ow. Well, Tink is how Sora knows how to glide, so... Sonic Blade is taught by Cloud. Sora's uppy is just a normal thing. I still didn't think his uppy was gonna be like that. Oh look, 2 frames turned on Smash. Ow. He said, what were those? But yeah, I'll say this, if you try to do a good amount of secret bosses in Kingdom Hearts, most of them you can use you can summon Tinkerbell like immediately for. And I highly recommend using Tinkerbell. It helps a lot. makes it so you don't have to worry as much with the actually using Cure. Especially since there's one secret boss fight that is magic oriented. I used Tinkerbell in that, and at the same time as using Tinkerbell in that, I did the boss like, I think on my first try ever doing it. I have over 300 hours in that game. Actually, probably more. Oh, I did it all on Proud too. I did it on the hardest difficulty. Better Kingdom Hearts, playing through Kingdom Hearts 1 than Kingdom Hearts 2. I might even have more hours because I think I put 300 hours into Kingdom Hearts 1.5. And that wouldn't be all because I played through the original so many times too. I didn't do like all the secret bosses when I was younger though. I mainly only started doing the secret bosses like once I got the final mixes. And I learned some very interesting locations for very good materials. Like in Hollow Bastion, you can use Blizzard on the bubbles. And for one of those bubbles, there's actually a secret, like a hidden chest that you can only get access to if you are aware about freezing the bubbles. And I'm talking about the bubbles that like transport you to different areas. Like I learned that later on. But that's like a pretty big key point. And truth be told, I was going through that game. You actually can find me going a decent amount of time through Kingdom Hearts 1 on the YouTube archive. I didn't beat it though because I don't know. Felt like waiting until I got more viewers, I guess. Unconsciously. Or just got too stressful. The vanilla version of Kingdom Hearts 3, yeah. I feel like they patched a lot of things up in Kingdom Hearts 3. With the Remind DLC and all the free DLC. After all, one of the hardest, actually the hardest secret boss fight is in Kingdom Hearts 3 now. Yeah, there's free DLC and then there is the Remind DLC. The free DLC is Critical Mode, which is a huge jump in difficulty between the wimpy crowd mode that really acts like standard mode. Yeah, I would, if you haven't tried it, I would recommend going back and just going through the game in Critical. Because you can also turn off the amusement park rides too. In reward for different buffs. They also added different ways, like, I didn't even try these yet, but there's like extra modes that you can turn on that could make the game easier or harder. I know one of them is go through the whole game with no healing. No healing, no Kiraga, no healing items whatsoever. Sounds tough, and I probably will not be doing that. Some of those. I might go back and look through them in the future, but there's like a decent amount. But I would definitely re-look into the game. Because they made the game a lot harder. Like, I'll say this, for the Remind DLC, I didn't successfully do all the secret I didn't do all the bosses that they added. I couldn't do it. They were actually too tough for me. I could not do all that game's data bosses. Because I stink at avoiding unblockables. Because there's like red markers on certain moves that foes will do that indicate you cannot block it, you only can avoid it. Like, I felt like I had an easier time through Elden Ring than the remaining data fights in Kingdom Hearts 3 that I have. And yeah, Zora, I didn't even get the tempt, and that's the hardest fight. I don't remember how I think I did beat Xion. I think the only data fights I have remaining is basically all the main leaders. Ansem, Xemnas, and Xehanort. And then, obviously, after that is Yozora. Which is like a crazy boss fight. Because I'm somewhat aware of what goes on. And I know there's a moment where he will take your Keyblade away from you. He will flat out snag your Keyblade and use it against you. If you're not careful. And if you don't know who Yozora is, when you go through the Toy Story world, that's what that's who the Rex mistakes you as. And that's where Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be taking place. And there's actually a bad ending and a good ending in that fight, depending if you win or lose. I don't think you get the retry screen. You get an ending. An ending where you lose and an ending where you succeed. But yeah, ending. Play the updated version of Kingdom Hearts 3. Do not stick with the vanilla. The vanilla, I will agree, very weak. And I'll still say people are way too impatient. Didn't want to wait until they actually updated the game. I definitely have some friends that were like that. Oh yeah. Before the data fights, you get fun moments. You can actually play as Kyrie in Roxas than the others that you were able to before. Ow. I already wish I wasn't using Hero against Fox. Ow. I'm getting beaten up by a fox. Get animal control. And also, who gave this fox a gun? I got a crit. Is it too late though? Hocus pocus. Oh, there goes all my magic. That shield was an M&M, but GG. I could not do too much in that matchup. I only got that close because of a crit. I really do not prefer that matchup because his Fox could just run all over Hero. I prefer staying as the dog. The character that's above my head. I might have to do that. Yeah. I'd rather use Duck Hunt. It's still bad, but not as bad. I could still do stuff. I was about to say, did it glitch? I have to go try hard already. Even though I just was. And Ghost is just sleeping on the bench. He could not pass 1 a.m. And I saw 2 frames go live, but has not appeared. Might be just doing Elite Smash, even though he can join. And just move the piece around until you click on someone. I know, there's a lot of choices to go through. A whole bunch of characters. In the palm of your hand. Or you just stick with the same character. As we sit here, listening to the Persona music. Yeah, I have to go all out. I got no choice. Unless I randomly use Lucario, but... it's still bad for Lucario, but he could just randomly rob it. Or call Fox out. Well, you're not wrong. In the end, it is just two chess pieces going at each other. They never touch each other, yet there's a victory screen. Alright, let's see who I Exist gets. Will it be a character that he actually knows how to use? Or will it be Ryu? How confident are you with the frog? Foxes usually would eat a frog. That's all I will say. Even though this fox here has been declawed, he just has these weird fuzzy fingers with no claws whatsoever. Even though someone did give him a gun. It doesn't stop anyone though. Not quite. Remix takes the lead. As this emotional Xenoblade Chronicles music plays. The Tale of Revenge. Because that's how it starts. This plays whenever an impactful moment goes on. Exist is trying to figure out how to get in with the frog. A frog that's also a ninja. But he'll have to think about it in the next time.
This is Fox, returning to base.
Juice. Ninja Frog wannabe Ninja Turtle. Yeah. Now, as long as that's not the juice that's the first person that goes by Juice that has popped in my mind.
3, 2, 1, go!
If I see a Falco. Actually, maybe Falco or Greninja possibly. I think he also uses, that person also uses the Greninja. I really doubt it. Magnet Hands! Out. Got hit by a delayed hit. Got back eared. And again, I know this is a Pokemon song, but it just makes me think of those games called the Professor Layton games. Even though I haven't played a single one, it just makes me think of it because of those trailers. Self-destruct. No. I have Discord open on my side. Ah, my shield's an M&M. Out. Alright, even game. Can we go back to the game where I have the advantage? I'm going into the mindset of how to play Fox against Fox. I died. GG.
This is Fox, returning to base.
Well, I wasn't thinking of Phoenix Wright. Like, the random game I was thinking of is Professor Layton. Those Professor Layton games with those trailers. Yeah, Ace Attorney is where Phoenix Wright is from. Professor Layton is like a puzzle solving game. Okay, it's a different Juice.
3, 2, 1, go!
I haven't played the games either. It's just the Route 10, the black and white, the Route 10 song just makes me think of that. Because whenever I see a trailer, it has like that similar theme, that like similar tone of music. I'm only going off of the trailers I've seen of that game. It's like a puzzle solving game. I'm not sure if I would try them. I almost tried one at one point because it has like a story to it. It's like connected story throughout those games, I think. The only rhythm games I have is Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories, and the game that has this involved. If you know what it is, say so now. What rhythm game? Because there's only one that uses this from a big franchise. As we see a slow motion product in the background. I could bring out the other one. Close, but not quite. No Hero. What is the other franchise that dealt with music? That was probably just as big as Guitar Hero.
This is Fox. Returning to base.
Maybe if you see the symbol here very close up, will maybe give you a mindset of what it is. What? Maybe if I lift the game's case up in front of the camera, it will give an idea. Rock Band is basically, or was basically, just as big as Guitar Hero. Rock Band basically had all the other instruments first, and then Guitar Hero took that idea. Like, Rock Band is where you would be able to have the option to sing, play the drums, play guitar or bass, and the one I just showed you, that keyboard thing. I could show you what one of the versions of the guitar looks like, but you're gonna be very confused on how in the world to play it. Because there's the standard ones that Guitar Hero used. Also, Rock Band and Guitar Hero used the same controllers. Rock Band, the one I showed there was Rock Band 3. The only Rock Band you would actually see that guitar for. Yes, Rock Band. It was a pretty big franchise. Until those rhythm games that died. Actually, you know what? I'll try to dig out that controller. I'll keep talking to let you know as I dig for it in the depths of nowhere with a cat in deep slumber, right next to me underneath a bunch of sheets. Because she just does. Oh, I heard a game. I'm gonna guess Fox won. I have to just re-put the controller together. Luckily, it's not my turn yet. Oh, Just Dance is still definitely making games. This here is the Pro Guitar.
3, 2, 1, go!
5 people too many? Oh, it goes more than that. You can... There is the mic, the keytar, guitar and bass, drums, mic, and the harmonies. Oh. I thought you were still talking about the Rock Band. Don't worry, Rock Band's able to use the normal color button ones. This is what they were meddling with Rock Band 3. Making it as realistic as possible. You could actually plug these in. And where's that? If you recognize that port, for those that actually know what they're talking about with music, you can actually plug those in and actually legit play the Pro Guitar and that keytar as actual instruments. Believe it or not. I wonder where that Pro Guitar strap went off to, though. But yeah. That's the... What I just showed was the Pro Guitar. Not the normal version with the colored buttons, which were still usable. Funny enough, that keytar that I showed can act like that guitar. Oh, don't worry, those were the only rhythm games I've ever played. I only played Rock Band 3 and Melody of Memories. Those are basically the only rhythm games I ever owned. Oh, this order got drastically different. The amount of stuff has happened while I was randomly showing instruments of Guitar Hero at, well, Rock Band. Guitar Hero didn't attempt this. I have no clue what the order is, or if we care enough for it. You're the Canadian here? Is Mikey even here? Why? Oh. Yeah, he is. Mikey, get in the stinking voice chat. You have the ability to get in. You don't have to ask. You're one of the people that I allow. Yeah, I have no clue what the order is. Ghost is AFK. Mikey's just here. Who is Shadow Sneak. It's someone that I actually know. Oh look, Ghost has entered the ring again. Once I said he's AFK, he immediately jumps back online. And speaking of AFK, I can definitely say I fought Opana today. He was a very good Sora that actually juggled me around a lot. I barely kept up and I lost. I had to figure out how to actually fight. Because he is actually truly doing nair loops on me. Also Shadow, aka Mikey. How are you doing? Because I haven't spoken to you in a good bit. Out. I don't see any lag at the moment. And I can't really say too much about the stream. Out. There's only one thing to do at a time like this. It didn't work. Self-destruct. GG. People are trying to add me to their Twitter chats when I have no clue who they are. Kirby. I'll say this now, Kirby has his own can setups. If he ever succeeds in getting me. Ah, want to dash attack. Nope. I'll blow myself up. Ow. This is me, trying to fight Kirby. Kirby's size does make it awkward to try to fight him. Plus, also, Duck Hunt Kirby can also do the same mechanics as Duck Hunt, being able to manipulate the can depending on which way they're facing. No. I got hit by big toes. GG. That was his forward tilt. Kirby forward tilt. Not Kirby forward smash, forward tilt. At least I'm not looking at that mod where they actually give him a legit feat. And goes to AFK again. Alrighty then. I see Shadow aka Mikey, not Siri. I'm just speaking to Mikey once and he fades away from existence. That or he's having a hard time setting things up. Since the Summit is trying to deal extremes himself. Kirby's also not worthy to be a wielder of the Keyblade. When he gets the when he copies Sora, he only gets a faded out key. The Keyblade has not chosen him. He's not Disney. Only Disney can wield the key. His remix is at 100% dead percent. But even after all of that, it's even. But it must be weird to be fighting a Kirby with Sora, since Kirby ends up low profiling a good amount of stuff. The boy chosen by the key is currently getting smacked. And has fallen to the Heartless.
Choose your fighter. Lucario.
Time to use the power of Aura. After this game. Yeah, I do wonder if Shadow's gonna appear. Or if he's at war with his own stuff.
3, 2, 1, go!
Unless me jo joking around earlier ended up scaring him off. Kirby's looking for a fight. Kirby now joins Street Fighter. The new character. Copying his opponents. Since way back. Who knows? He was good with his fox. You leveled up now. I'll just say this, remember folks, I'm not like staying as long as I normally would. I do plan to end the stream at 3 o'clock. So for those here, or just joining, keep that in mind. Because I already have done a lot. Even though I was 0-2'd in bracket. So you're gonna be fighting a character that you know how to use. The Lucario ditto. The ditto of you're not really winning until you're losing. Did not press a button on time. Messed up the V-reverse. That should be death. GG. Do whatever you desire. That's all I can say. Yeah, that is fitting. You went from dream drop distance to 2. Didn't you just take a step back? At the same time, you're not being tracked right now. If you don't know what I'm saying, play the game. I exist is lack of dedication is determined by lack of dedication. And lack of words come from my mouth. You just don't feel like it. Last knock each, 100% difference. And shields that look like M&Ms. And I am drowsy. But I have to stay up for quite some time. Even after the stream. The 2 frames, Olimar. Here on random. And you probably will just be tossing Pikmin around and up smashes. Hopefully. The 1-inch tall leader must take command. To me, there's weirder. Olimar is just pay attention to your lineup and play how you with the lineup that you have. And try to create the lineup that you want. Like, if if I exist grabs Remix with the blue Pikmin right now and does an up throw, he will die. Or smack him with the purple. Or red. Yeah, so right now, since he has that going, he mainly wants to put damage on, so throwing whites on him would be a good idea. Yellow has good range, so you could outspace stuff that you wouldn't be able to normally do. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the final world, though. There's still the end of the world. Valhalla Bastion is still a good world, though. And if you want to know what the end of the world looks like, play the game. And now the Lucario Ditto, which I don't know what will happen. His Kirby Lucario already outdid mine. Could not counter it on time. Yep. GG.
Lucario is with me.
I have used a few snares, but like sometimes I just don't pay attention to what I'm doing while fighting.
3, 2, 1, go!
But Lucario's Nair is good for some things. I don't really need to say that to you. Back and forth to go. Who will hit who? Nobody knows. Until someone gets hit. Lucario, the Fighting Steel Pokemon. He uses his aura to sense his opponent, to basically sense people. Can also talk to people with his aura. Possibly awesome. So like one of the only Pokemon that actually doesn't say his name in different syllables. It's just different grunts and growls. And the little mouse is dead.
Lucario is with me.
Are you saying you don't like bear loops? Because I don't really care. What will I exist get this time in this episode of O?
3, 2,
Well, good luck with that.
go!
The remix of Galaga. You're gonna have to kill fast. The little Mac air back air. There's so many songs in this game, I didn't even realize this was a song. Yeah, you're already way more consistent with Aura Sphere stuff than I am. Yeah. Galaga, Pac-Man. Others I can't think of the name of at the moment. Map who? Mappy? Look, we're not playing Dora the Explorer right now. Even though that's not that character's name anyway. You know, you saying that just makes me think of a walking map. Mappy the mouse. Is it like that police mouse or something? Yeah. I don't know all the old arcade games. Unless I said what it's from. Or at least got the idea. I think I've seen that. Like, I know some, like Galaga. I just don't know, like, a crazy amount. Obviously, Pac-Man. Pac-Man is an obvious one. This is, interesting enough, last dock. I Exist is holding its ground quite well. Oh, Dig Dug? I think I know that one. Isn't it the one where you're digging around and end up eventually pumping your enemies up until they explode? Yeah, I know that one, I just never knew the name of it. And if I was told the name of it, I completely forgot. It's the old man from Scene 24. And he dyed himself blue. And or yes, that genetic disease where inbreeding takes place. Yeah. And I'll say this, again, I'm only 27. I'm not super old. Smurf Ganon. That or the relationships stay too close to the family. The people claiming to be pure-blooded. A Ganon was attempted there, and both of them lived. That's something one doesn't normally see. Usually one or the other dies. Or both. Well, whenever you fight Sephiroth, you get a version of that. And Melody of Memories actually does have the song. Also, some actual Disney songs. If you get Melody Memories on Switch, you get the Swing version of Dearly Beloved for Smash. You have you have access to all of them. And don't worry, everyone's favorite. One by one they come in, but one is still AFK in the corner. Ghost, keep in mind, if you're watching, I'm ending the stream at 3, so keep that in mind. Even though I'll probably keep the arena open for those that are currently in here for a bit longer. Yeah, that or you salty and just stopped playing and forgot to turn off the game. Out. No, y'all not coming back, it's and it's no longer Saturday either, so we won't actually see KK on the stage. Out. What was that interaction that just happened? Oh, I'm dead. I completely missed the ledge and just landed right next to him. GG. I'll say this now, I do have a rule of if there's like 7 or 8 people in here, I don't want to see anyone on that bench. And if I see him still there after a few games, I will kick him. Ghost might be seeing himself get kicked soon too, if he doesn't actually partake. Just saying that. I may know him in person, but I need to make room for people that actually want to play. Because there might be more. Can't have AFK people clogging the works. And those that are just wanting to spectate, just watch the stream. It's right here. It's literally in the name of the arena. Don't waste a spot. We're the people. And so far, Terry Bogard is getting beaten up by an old man. As he does jab, jab, power dunk. Another classic. There goes Rhino's first stock. Thank you, Remix SSB, for the follow. Welcome to the random, folks. And yeah. All I can say right now is I'm actually starting to get drowsy. But I'm still gonna keep going until 3. And I'll keep the arena open up for those still in here until 4. 4 or 3:30, depending on who's still in here. Again, Cody and Ghost, final warning. If you're gonna watch, please just watch the stream. It's here. It doesn't cost anything. And Ghost, I already know that you're just flat out AFK. And I know, and I already know you only get like this if you get salty. Yeah, if you're gonna use the spectator stand, only do it for the people that are not actually live. Don't hog a spot. Plus nowadays everyone's just sitting next to a computer or a phone. You can definitely easily look up Twitch and put down the name, see what's going on. Yeah. Too bad only so many of them were actually legal. But I'm glad Hollow Bastion actually is a legal stage, and if hazards are turned on, truth be told, it just gets better. Dive into the heart with all the Station of Awakenings. Which the little icon that I have in my Discord server is literally my handmade version of my own Station of Awakening. It possibly is. It looks quite precise for what it is. It somewhat looks like they took the whole stage of Kingdom Hearts and just dragged it into Smash and put a stage that goes around in the middle. Which wasn't a bad idea at all. Like, it looks good. Well, thank you, Alexis, for coming out. Get some sleep now. Even though, for my side, even after the stream, I won't be going to sleep. I have to keep my nighttime pattern. Since I work a night job. 7 to 7. Even though the first shift this week won't be too bad. Yep, 12 hours. I'm a quality inspector. It's not bad. You never have to deal with any of the higher ups. But if you're caught asleep, you could end up possibly losing your job. Also, fun fact, if you work a night job, you technically get paid a bit more than if you work during the day. If you did a graveyard shift. Fun fact for those needing the grind for money. The only cost is your sanity. You trade money. you trade your sanity for money. At the same time, in this case, I would be losing my sanity anyway. With certain people in the higher up position. Luckily, I work nights and I've never encountered them. I never have to deal with their nonsense directly. The worst is me calling them and getting called by them. And I will say, some things that I see there I do not agree with. But that's life. And sometimes people just don't know what they're doing. You know, all they can say is that they have a piece of paper. If that one person ever sees, actually prove me wrong and actually do what you're supposed to do. But so far, you're not. I will not say, again, I will not say the name or the place. The only thing I will say is my own position. And again, I'm only going until 3. I'll keep the arena for like 4 or 3:30. Basically, you see me on the bench, the stream is gonna be over, about to be over. That is definitely a good indication for those that are consistent with looking or watching, etc.
3, 2, 1, go!
Old man from scene 24 versus a frog that is a ninja. So far, Swavey V barely has been touched, but this is the old man who could just, if you're reckless, could just take you out. It's usually hard for the old man though. It can be successful in ways. Since this is Smash Ultimate. Even game. Also, those that are AFK or sitting in the bench, you're gonna get kicked after this game. Just warning you now. So those playing right now, don't press that. Don't immediately press the start button for whoever wins. Keep it nice and balanced. I also record. I usually stream Fridays and Saturdays. Today I actually was a bit later than normal because I was at a tournament that I did not perform to hot in. One person I think I did okay, and then the other is Pyramithra. But I already said all that stuff. And I don't feel like repeating that again. And the frog has been put down into the ground. This is me losing focus. I gave a warning. And in a sense, I gave extra time. Ghost, you're just flat out AFK. I'm just removing you from the scene. And there goes the Greninja. Yeah, good night. Jake the big monkey. Well, he did say final game before fighting the Greninja. Killed Big Monkey in center stage. Your phone died? Understandable. 2 frames always lets his phone die and end up getting disconnected whenever he's in the VC. Even though he has been good with that lately. Up. There goes the shield. Getting clapped. Lucario, I would believe, is like an Egyptian dog. Just seems to have the posture for it. Ow. Kangaroos would have pouches. I'll also say that. GG. Lucario effect, that's all I can say. And now that there's 2. And if it ends up staying like this at 3, I'm just gonna close the arena. He's apparently based on an Egyptian god. And it makes sense. One of them is basically man with human head. Man with human head. Man with dog head. I think man with human head is something else. As Mecha Man turns on Jackbox. I'm wondering if they are still at that lounge playing Jackbox. Ah. Shoot. Ow. I got smacked by a magical key. GG. You're slumpy and I'm tired.
Choose your fighter.
Yeah, so I'll go a bear and a bird.
Kazooie.
Okay. I might just end after you're done. To be at this point. Oh, it's only you. I'm not gonna like sit in the arena for like 20 minutes. Unless more people appear. We're in the dead zone of the night. So yeah, all I'm saying now is if I get left alone in the arena, I'm probably just gonna end it right there. That, or I'll still keep going until 3. No point keeping, no point to keep going if I'm close to ending. And there's nothing going on. But we'll see what happens. I wanted a forward smash, but that down throw up tilt will do. Just what the snakes would do. Out in the wild. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. We're human. Unless we're a man with a human head.
3, 2, 1, go!
If I was able to pause, I would show something that's hidden within the inside of his backpack. But Banjo, it's like little buckle thing for his bag, is the Rare logo. Bird that makes it look like I can walk. Take me to Hollywood. Oh no, the up here.
Banjo and Kazooie win!
GG. Well, I covered the ledge beside me, that's all I can say. Well, look out to what you'll get next. An overweight penguin.
3, 2, 1, go!
No. I'll use another Wonder Wing. Have to be the first stock. Out. I got one wing left. Don't worry, I'm still here. The folks at home did not forget your journey off the space. GG. It was weird. A bit weird. I basically walked on top of your head. King Dedede is one of those characters that looks good online more than offline. But sometimes it can be awkward to fight him. Out. I got launched away. Out. GG. I scratched the back of your head. Because Banjo actually doesn't form a fist. He actually does this. I'll say this. Ice Climbers does not like Banjo either.
3, 2, 1, go!
Your partner almost betrayed you. I have no clue what your partner is doing. Out. Your partner has betrayed you. He wanted to live for himself. Now I'll say I'll do one or two more. Because it's almost 3. Your determination. Well, we're on a stage that Banjo dislikes. I can say that. I'll say this too, Sora is the only character that can counter the Wonder Wing. And his worst matchup is Isabelle and Villager, because they could pocket the egg grenade and Banjo doesn't get it back until the Villager or Isabelle player dies. Ow. I got hit by the warrior pose. still living.
Banjo and Kazooie win.
Question: Were you mashing uppy at all? Because Wii Fit's uppy is one of the uppies that if you want to go higher, you mash it. Yeah. It's already 3 a.m. Mewtwo. The ultimate life form versus a bear and a bird.
3, 2, 1, go!
That forward smash was just to see if you were mashing. Oh my. I was not expecting for that to kill like that. Chi-Chi. I'm legit. I did not expect that to kill. Yeah. I think I'm done. I used to use Banjo as a secondary to cover for Duck Hunt, but he had too many of the same issues. Since there's someone else, I'll keep the arena open. But the stream, pretty sure, but at the same time I started late, coming from somewhere. GameCube Lounge. But anywho, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all the next time live. Good night, folks.